Hey, how are you doing? Welcome to my YouTube page. I'm happy to have you here today. My name is Kwaku Ocheridako. Just call me KOD. I just want us to discuss about life and then also talk about our parents because they are very, very instrumental in our lives. So keep sharing so I get a lot of people on this live stream. Then we talk, okay? Thanks. Okay. I said I will start when I even get one person on board. So thanks for having you. My name is Kwekwash Redako, and I would like to speak in my native language by my mother tongue, okay? But as I keep talking, I will be mixing it up with the English like I'm doing right now. So me share say me din komo na me kama asem na me the English ne ba be fra, then everyone gets his or her share. Now, I am from Ghana. Me from Ghana. Life over here isn't easy at all. Yes, I am saying it's not easy because it hasn't been easy for me. Yes, life here has been very, very positive for some people. It hasn't been so bad to me, but not to the level where I'm expecting it to be because there are times when I have interactions and conversation with some colleagues of mine who are abroad. They say a lot of things that when I compare this to what I'm experiencing here right now in Ghana, I see a lot of difference in it. So that is why I'm saying that life hasn't been so good as I am expecting to experience right here in Ghana. Now, people are here. People are really struggling. Abrabone din wo Ghana ha. And it can be say no one really cares about your future. If you are an underdog, if you are a youth rising, nobody really cares about you. That is the life here in Ghana. The government does not care about you. The people in charge who are to make sure things work in this country do not even care about you as well. And who are these people that I'm talking about? I'm talking about a political leader. I'm talking about a religious leader. And I'm also talking about the traditional leader. All these leaders, they are failures to the people of Africa. Now, you might be wondering, say, I didn't ask black people, why do black people really love to travel outside their country and then continue with your life? Why don't they stay in Africa? You've been asking yourself these questions sometimes. Today, I'm telling you the reason why most of Africans love to travel to America, Canada, UK, Germany, all the European countries. Even some Africans travel to other countries that even when they compare their country to those countries, in a way, their countries are a bit better than the other countries where they find themselves. But they still prefer to go there. Ask yourself why. Ask yourself why. So it's a very sad situation over here. Living in Africa, I can tell you for a fact that people have a lot of dreams. People have a lot of ideas, but the problem is the way and manner to make these ideas, make all these plans become a reality is the problem here in Africa. And no one seems to care. If unfortunately you do not come from a family that is strong enough to make all these realities possible for you, or make all these plans and ideas a reality for you, it becomes a problem. And if you don't take care, you even lose hope in this part of our world. Someone might say that, why am I disgracing Africa and all that? I'm not disgracing Africa. I am telling you the realities over here. I can tell you for a fact, there are people when they live from Ghana to the America, to the UK, to France, to Germany, to whatever, they easily make it in life. They easily make it in life. Why is it so? What is so special there? Why people can't, why is it that Africans can't really make it here in Africa, but they easily make it in other people's country? What is the point? Why is it that African leaders are not doing it right? And what is it that the other countries' leaders are doing it right? No one seems to care about your future. Now, the most important thing that is growing right now is technology. I can see the likes of China, India, Canada, UK, all the European countries and the Americans making great kind of saying attempt to make a big change when it comes to technology. I don't see any single African country here in this part of the continent or the world that is making that progress to make a change when it comes to technology. Africa does not even think of making any difference for themselves. All that we know, I'm pointing fingers at on our leaders because they are in control of everything. They are in control of everything. Our African leaders don't really care about what will happen to the youth of this continent in the next 10 years, in the next 15 years, in the next 20 years. They don't have any future policy for we, the upcoming youth. They don't have any policy for us. They don't really care about us. Just recently, I saw in the news that Joe Biden has invited 55 African head of states to meet at the White House to discuss about climate change and the Ukraine-Russia war and a whole lot. And I was told that they were given 55 billion. These 55 head of states that represented were given 55 billion. So on the real, they were given $1 billion each. Because they were 55 and they were given 55 billion. So they were given $1 billion each. So each and every head of state in Africa that represented was given a $1 billion bundle. Our own president Nana Akufo-Addo represented Ghana, and he also received his. He was given $1 billion. All these monies are going straight to their bank accounts. They are not coming to do anything better for we, the youth in Africa. So if you hear in the news that African youth are passing through Libya, dying on the Mediterranean Sea, making efforts to reach Italy and reach all these European countries, if you've been hearing those news, seeing videos about all these, that is the reason why I am here today. I'm trying to let you know the reasons as to why people don't really fancy living here in Africa, but then they fancy living outside Africa. Yeah. I have a big brother in Canada, and he will always tell you. He says that whites, they are cheats. That is true. They are cheats, but they don't really play with their country and their citizens. They don't play with their country. They don't play with their citizens because that is all they have. There are so many talents in Africa, but leaders in Africa don't even recognize it. Leaders in Africa don't even recognize the level of talent in this part of the world. They don't. Africa have every skill to make the continent a better place to live. But we are not seeing that. Why don't you even care about your own people? Why? Why are you so wicked? Why are you so wicked? Our African leaders are too wicked to the extent that they don't really care about you. And if you play with them, if you mess with them, they don't find it so difficult killing you. They will do that just to retain their position. Yes, that is what's happening here. That is what is happening here. African leaders don't care about their people. They are all selfish. They can be in power for the first time, and when it is time for them to leave, they will decide not to leave, create confusion, and then war, boom. People start to die, and they relocate their families from Africa here to the Americas, to the Caribbeans, to places where they can find peace. Majority of them don't even have their bank accounts running in their motherland. They have their bank accounts in America. They don't spend the currency in which they are supposed to. They are in Africa, for example, Ghana. Instead of them to spend cedis, they spend in dollars. Yes, that is what is happening here in Africa. Leaders don't care. So life in Africa is so difficult. If you don't fight hard on yourself or on your own, you can never make it here. And I can tell you a whole lot of people, countless of them, trying so hard to work every day. But when the government sees that you are rising and you are not on their path, they find ways to bring you down. I can mention a lot of names here. I can mention a lot of names here. I always say this. There should never be a day when an African living in Africa should ever think of or make up his mind that he wants to travel abroad and continue with his life. There should never be a day that such mindset should never even come into the minds of an African person. There should never be. Why? Because we have all it takes to be rich. We have all it takes to be independent. We have all it takes to develop. But we are still stuck because of some people's foolishness and selfishness. That is why Africa is struggling. Now, when you come to Ghana, our president Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is very popular outside Ghana. I read in the news some time ago that even Nigerians wish to have him as a president, and I was like, really? I see. That is interesting, though. You know, when he was campaigning to become the president of this country, you know, before any government comes to power, they write their policies down. Here we term it as a manifesto. They write in their manifesto the things or the kind of development they really want to add up to the growth of the country. So this president, current president, when he was coming, said that when he comes, he will make education very attractive, make it free for senior high school students so that everyone can also go to school, which was a very good initiative. He said other staffs, including one district, one factory, which when he came, he has made attempts in doing some of them. I can only say about Casapreco Company Limited at Tanoso here in Kumasi, which I have seen some bit of changes since Nana Akufo-Addo came to power, and some other few factories which are not state-owned but individuals, private entities, which the government has invested in them to raise them to a certain level where it can also employ many Ghanaians as well. And I give a thumbs up for such an attempt or initiative. But somewhere along the line, after attaining the presidency, after becoming the president, after 2 years or 3 years, he began talking about the cathedral. This president began talking about a cathedral. He wants to build a cathedral, and then there will be so sick cathedral, not the just to praise God. Whereas he never talked about it at the time when he was campaigning to become the president of this nation. He never made mention of any cathedral. So all of us, when he made mention of that afterwards, we were surprised, like, what? What is he talking about? Is he going to use the country's money or his own money? And in the initial stage, he said that he's not going to touch the government coffers. He's going to use his money and then some other donations from individuals and all that. We were like, okay, that is fine. But if I tell you today, the cathedral, even the people of Ghana do not want him to build, do not even accept this cathedral. The government is using the money of the people of Ghana to build that cathedral. And even before building that cathedral, the place where they have even started building the cathedral was meant for lawyers. It was I would say it was an estate for lawyers who are working for the country. It is an estate for them. Until lawyers no, that's where they stay. That's where they live. Bungalows. Because he wants to build a cathedral. Wabubu all these bungalows no. He has distracted all of these buildings. Condemned all of them to make way for the building of the cathedral. And I'm told that for the foundation alone, and even for the architecture, he is taking more than $50 million just for the work, just for the architects or for the drawing or whatever they call it. Wasting our money, our resources. Whereas we don't even have companies. Ghana cannot even boast of one single manufacturing company in this motherland that has even employed over 2,000 Ghanaians. We can't even boast of one. But this president wants to build a cathedral for himself. A cathedral, according to him, he made promise to God that when he becomes the president, he will build that cathedral for God. How does that concern we, the Ghanaians? But this president is doing it right now. And no person in this country, those in charge, those powerful people, I talked about the political leaders, I talked about the religious leaders and the traditional leaders. None of these people are opposing the decision made by the president. They are all in support of that. How can we build a nation in this manner? Your mind say, how can that be even possible for us to build a nation like this? How can we develop a nation like this? How? No one cares about the future of this country. So if you've been asking yourself why Ghanaians, why Nigerians, why South Africans, I don't even know much about them, because their country is even better than most of the African countries because they are living with the white people. For them, it is quite okay. But talk of we, the West Africa, the Cote d'Ivoire, the Ivorians, the Togolese, the Ghanaians, the Nigerians, the Senegalese, and the Cameroonians, and all that. We travel like crazy people. Why? We want to go outside and make greener pastures for ourselves. That is the life here. It is not easy. It's not that people living in Africa are lazy. They are very hard working. But because of poor leadership, that is why Africans are still struggling to make it. Just look around. African players that plays in the European leagues, look at how they are flourishing. Look at how they are making money. But over here in Ghana, if I even show you one pitch, one football park that our league teams, our football teams play their matches on, you'll be surprised, you will cry. But if I tell you the amount of money the Ghana Football Association is using, wasting them for nothing, for their own good, you will never believe it. Recently, I was told that they spent over $5 No, I think it was 8 point something million dollars at this just ended World Cup. A World Cup that we couldn't even progress to another stage. We were eliminated in just the group stage only. They spent over $8 million. Can you imagine? Whereas I was even told, I read on the internet that FIFA was sponsoring 50 officials. Ghana presented them to FIFA for this World Cup. If FIFA decides to take care of 50 people in a tournament they have organized themselves, how can you come and tell we the Ghanaians that you will spend over $8 million? There is a project called FIFA Goal Project. FIFA sometimes bring money to the Ghana Football Association to develop some pitches and all that for us to have modern football pitches and all that. All these monies are being squandered by the Ghana Football Association officials. That is what is happening here. So if we tell you, you will never believe it. So then it becomes pressure for our parents here in Africa that when we are growing and life hasn't been so easy for us, if we haven't been able to make it in life, our parents begins to worry. They begins to think a lot that so all these struggles that they went through, are their children also going to experience same? Are they not going to enjoy life for just some few years or whatever so before they leave this world? Our parents work so hard to make our lives better. And our parents cannot do it all alone. That is why we have given powers to some people to control affairs in this country, to lead us to the promised land, to help develop this nation, because we all cannot become presidents. We all cannot become ministers. We need to appoint some people to take in charge of them, to take in charge of all these positions. But when they get the power, they now turn all these responsibilities to their families. They only take care about their families. They don't really care about the Ghanaian. They care about themselves only and their families, right? They use our own money and spend it with their families. And at the end of every 4 years, they will come back, buy some rice, some gari, some foodstuffs for some illiterates for them to vote for them, because the number of illiterates here in Ghana are more than the literates in Ghana and Africa as a whole. Me, I'm very wise enough to know who to vote for and who not to vote for. For example, this current government here in Ghana, the MPP, I will not waste my time, go to the ballot station or whatever they call it, or the polling station to cast my vote for this current government. I will never do that, because they've totally failed with the Ghanaians. That's it. That's it. So life in Africa is so difficult. It is not easy. It's only easy for those who have money. I can tell you for a fact, if you are looking for a place to spend your money, the best place is Africa. There are so many opportunities here that people need simple guidance. People need some little helps for us to make it in Africa. So many people are struggling. Life here is not easy. There was a poll on Facebook recently that asked Ghanaians, said, whether living in Africa or living in their motherland Ghana, and then living in America or any European country, which one would they choose? And I can tell you for a fact that 99% of the people selected choosing in America, living in Europe. Why? But we have our own country. Ghana has everything any country can boast of. We have all the natural resources every country can boast of. But we are still struggling to make it in this world. Ghana should have been one of the most richest countries in the world, where people will come all the way from their countries, come here and spend their money and keep making our nation a better place to live. I'm not disgracing my country to the world. I'm just letting people know what they don't know. There are lots of talent here in Africa. Lots of talent. When it comes to football, we have it. Especially Ghana. When it comes to music, we have it. Every type of talent, when you come to Ghana, you'll find it here. Everything. Ghanaians are very smart. Ghanaians can easily learn something within a twinkle of an eye. Within a twinkle of an eye, a Ghanaian can learn something very easily for you. And you'll be surprised. How did you make it that possible? Easy. So all the money people are getting here in Ghana, majority of them, they just hand to mouth. They get the money, they spend the money. They get the money, they spend the money. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Some people, someone like myself, you work with your boss and you'll get to a point where things might not be going well. You discuss with your boss, and then he will feel like you want to teach him what the right thing to do and the bad thing not to do. When you try to help people like that, they feel like you're trying to make them feel like they don't know nothing. I'm just trying to make things clear to you in a way. If you find it so difficult to understand me, please don't worry. You try to understand me. Just watch me with the kind of passion that I'm speaking with, and keep thinking about what I'm talking about. You get the understanding. It is not easy here in Africa. It is not easy here in Africa. So please, when you see your fellow blacks coming from Africa to Europe, to America, trying to make life, please treat them well. Treat them well, because it is not their wish to come to your country to make life. It is not their wish. They are being pushed away to go. That is the fact. That is the fact. And yeah, no. Me, if I sit here, I do my videos and all that, and I'm getting paid each and every month. Why would I even worry myself to travel outside the country? If I'm to go outside the country, it's just for holidays. It's just to learn something new, to make myself, or to better myself, to better my life. Because I can't sit here and think that I know all. I don't know much. I need to meet people, share ideas and all that. Through that, I believe I can become a very, very better person in doing what I do, what I love doing. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If there's anything you'd also want to ask or discuss with me, just let me know in the comment section. Easy. Life in Africa is so difficult. Life in Africa is so difficult. What you say? Easy crabbed and a nipa eating. Minimum be on no question your question Germany. Obao now your question Germany. Or no busasa sebo. Busasa sebo si a passa seato. Adentia. Or call your hearing when ye Jumaka crab in her. Or call your hearing when ye Jumaka crab in her. And then my farmer no. What I say? And easy. Living in Africa, and easy. If you survive here in Africa, you can survive in hell. I'm telling you for a fact, whoever is surviving here in Africa can easily survive in hell. Because we have the most stupid leaders ever to lead this continent. Stupid leaders ever. All the good ones have been killed. And even those good ones that have the potential to make this place a better place, they are not being given the power. Someone like Dr. Park was seeing them in Ghana. Dr. Pakwesi Indom, that man, he can transform Ghana within 4 years. He can transform Ghana within 4 years. But they will never give him that opportunity to lead this country because they know what he can do. They know his capabilities. And Ghanaians, some Ghanaians are so dumb that they do not even see how powerful that man can make this country become. How better that man can make this country become, because he has a lot of companies working for him. And he has employed so many Ghanaians. Even when the MPP government came to power, because they were seeing how powerful and how rich this man was becoming. This man vied for the position to become a president. Ghanaians do not vote for him. We never voted for him. Why are we doing this to ourselves? We know what is good for us, but we decide not to choose that. Adintia. Look at China. China is making it big. Now China can make decisions that can affect the whole world. What are we doing over here? What are we doing over here in Africa? Now the only president in Africa that some people praise, I can even just say two. The two presidents that Africans praise them all the time is the Rwandan president, Paul Kagame, and that of Tanzania, that woman leading Tanzania. The rest of them, they are just waste. The South African government, waste. The Ghana president, waste. The Nigerian government, waste. Congo, waste. Cameroon, waste. They are all corrupt. Liberia, waste. They are all corrupt. They all don't think about the people. That is why Africa is struggling. It's not that Africans are lazy. Africans are not lazy. Africans are very hardworking. You can attest to that. I believe you are in the same company with some Africans in America right now that you work with. Just look at how serious they are when they are working. Because we care about our families. We believe in family. We always want to build our families for the next generations. We want to lay a very good foundation for our family, for our unborn children, that when they come, life will become very easy for them. That is why Africans are very hardworking. We always think about the future. But African leaders are animals. They don't reason like how people should reason. They don't reason like how leaders should reason. Just look at how America looks like. Now, America is very attractive that everyone in this world wants to visit America. Why? Why? Most of these black Americans are coming back to Ghana the year of return because most of them, their ancestors were taken from this land. So they have that love for this motherland, that this is where we come from. This is our root. So it is time for us to go back and visit and rewrite our history. That is why most of them are coming here. They are not coming here because Ghana is that attractive. They are only coming here for the purposes of their ancestors, the hardship that they went through. They are coming here to just confirm to their unborn children or even their children right now that this is where we come from, so that they can also brag about that I am from Africa, I'm from Ghana. Even I've been there before. That is why the likes of Kendra G, Chalaman, McMillie, and all these celebrities, they've been coming to Ghana. As we speak right now, I even believe McMillie is in Ghana right now. The likes of Nicki Minaj and all that, all these people, they've been coming to Ghana. And whenever they come here, they feel at home. And they do not feel at home because the government is doing anything better. They feel at home because the people that they meet them, welcome them, they give them good reception. That is what makes them happy. But I'm telling you the truth, if they decide to come and stay here and live with us for like 2-3 years, they will start complaining too, like what I'm doing right now. I know every country is not perfect. It's not perfect everywhere. I know it is not perfect everywhere, but some places are better than other places. You can't tell me you can compare Ghana to Canada. That can never happen. You can never compare Ghana to Canada. You can never compare Ghana to America. You can never compare Ghana to Germany. How can you compare Ghana to Australia, New Zealand? How can you even compare Ghana to France? That tells you that they are doing something right. We are too corrupt. Our leaders are too corrupt. They don't care about you and I. So it hurts me anytime when these people get the opportunity to come to America, they come to Europe. You European leaders give them enough money to bring and make develop, I can't say infrastructural development here in Africa, but they don't do them. They keep all these money into their bank accounts, buy companies for themselves in their names. Nothing about the country really cares about them. They don't really cherish anything about Ghana. They can only boast that, oh, I am the president of this country called Ghana. But ask how impactful they've been to the people of Ghana. They would never be able to prove anything to you. So leaders of the world, this is my plea. As I'm doing this video, I don't know who is watching me right now, but I'm not doing this video for today. Yes, my name is W1cked. If you are an unborn generation that never lived in this current generation that I'm living in right now, maybe this video is 100 years old, 80 years old, and now you are now watching this video. I'm telling you, we came before you. What you see right now, we started talking about it 50, 100 years ago, and now you are experiencing now. I am not talking for myself. I am talking for the future. I am speaking for the future, because in no time I will be leaving this world for you to come and replace me. That is what we are fighting for. It's not about we. I'm not selfish, because my children are coming. Their children too will come, and their children too will come. This is not what I'm wishing for them. This is not what Dr. Kwame Nkrumah wished for us. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah never wished this stupid continent, such a stupid continent like this, for we Africans. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah never wished this kind of continent, this kind of hardship for we Africans. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah never did. He always wished to have a better country, a better continent for Africa, because he experienced the kind of life in America, how life in America is so good and so fancy to have. That was what he was also expecting we Africans to experience. But because of some of our foolish leaders, they killed this man. They killed him for nothing. They killed him for nothing. They never, considered we, at that time, we the unborn generation. So what they did that time, that is what we are experiencing now. So what I'm speaking right now is about you. It's about your future. It is about my future, because I will give birth. My children will come, and when they see video, I believe they'll be proud of their father, because their father fought for them. It is not easy. People in Africa are not fools. We know what is right and what is wrong. But just that, we are very unfortunate with the kind of leaders that we have. There are some times that I plead to the outside world, to the Western world, that right now even Donald Trump is not in power. Donald Trump is not in power. Why don't you come to Africa, Ghana in particular? We will vote for you to become the president of this country, so you can make things better for us. because those that we have here, they are just useless. They are just useless. They just talk for nothing. They just talk for nothing. Ghana don't do anything. We don't manufacture anything. This that I'm wearing wasn't made in Ghana. This phone that I'm using, iPhone, wasn't made in Ghana. The Wi-Fi that I'm using here, not from Ghana here. Even this table that I'm using right now, not from Ghana. This light that I'm using, not from Ghana. My microphone here, not from Ghana. There's nothing in this room that was made in Ghana here. Nothing. How can we progress? Because we don't export anything. We don't export anything. All that we do is to import. Then why do we vote? Why do we have leaders? Oh, it really saddens. It really saddens. It's very painful. Usi Cathedral. Yesi empe. Chinchina osu besi. Uye nipa ben. Uye nipa ben. Ena wo de se yen kan wasem. Chinchina twan. O jina he na de free wiase. We all can die any day, any moment. But Nana Akufo-Addo, you are very old now. The probability of you and I dying, yours is very higher than mine. Because I am stronger than you. Talk about health issues. I am stronger than you. So you can die anytime. So what you should be thinking about is a good legacy. You shouldn't be thinking about yourself because we are outcast. You are not that relevant anymore. Just that you were privileged to be given that position because you begged us for it. You begged Ghanaians to become a president. I voted for you. So I have every right to criticize you in a very constructive manner. I have every right to criticize you in a constructive manner. You are a failure to your people. The president, Nana Akufo-Addo, you are a failure to Ghanaians. You and your entire government. What the hell? Why? Where are you taking this world to? All these monies, where are you taking all these money to? The most richest person to ever live in this world, Mansa Musa, is not even alive anymore. Mansa Musa is not even alive. He's dead. Muammar Gaddafi was very rich. Where is he now? Your father was good to I mean, he had something. Where is your father now? Even the Ashanti king that has all the gold and all that, even the Ashanti king dies. What about you? Money can never save your life. Money can never save your life. If you are an African leader watching me, money can never save your life. When it's your time to die, you will die. Where is former President Jerry John Rawlings? Where is former President John Evans Atta Mills? Where is Alhaji Aliu Mahama? You Nana Akufo-Addo, have you ever been richer than Asuma Banda? When you're discussing Asuma Banda, now look at his state. He is dying slowly. Asuma Banda is dying slowly each and every day. So the point here is that it's not always about money. African leaders, it's not always about money. The whole world could have saved World Pele if we had the power to, because of his legacy. But when it was time for him to leave the world, he died just last week. He died. So when is your time as an African leader for you to die? You will also die. Everyone will die. But the most important thing that we talk about after when you are dead, or after when you die, is your name, your legacy. That is what people talk about. That is what people discuss about you. And unfortunately, all of these current head of states in Africa are huge failures. You are huge failures. Why? I don't know if we are cursed or something. I don't know. Say I do me yo say then yo. Because it's a bon samfo we have be so we have a movie industry, very rich movie industry. We have a whole lot of talent that we can help develop these people. No regulations, no policies for them. You need to be these celebrities from America, they've been coming to Ghana. How helpful have they been to our movie industry? Our music industry, how helpful have they been? They are ever ready to do whatever that we ask from them. But how ready are we? How ready are we as a nation? How ready are we as Africans? I'll one day become the president's son. I'm telling you for a fact. One day, I will also become the president. It is just a matter of time. It is just a matter of time. Only time. And when the time is due, the unfortunate part of it is that you, current head of states, wouldn't be available to witness my governance. But I know your kids, your children, your grandchildren's will witness. It is very painful sometimes to be an African sometimes. Yes, sometimes it's so painful to be called an African. Sometimes it's so painful to be called a Ghanaian. It's so painful sometimes to be called a Ghanaian. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Now let me play some speeches by Dr. Kwame Nkrumah when he was the third head of state for Mother Ghana. The likes of Professor Lumumba, all these people, they wasted their lives because they wanted a better Africa. It's sad. It's sad because now Ghana depends on the Akosombo Dam built by Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. And you, the current president, had anything. You haven't done anything to be remembered of. You want to build a cathedral. Do you think God really cares about you? Such an old man. Such an old man. Why are you so wicked? Why are you so wicked, Nana? Akufo-Addo, why are you so wicked like that? It's more dindodo. It's more dindodo. You can't be a wunti. Aden, you didn't nipa, Nana. You are a grandfather to all of us. You are a grandfather to all of us. We love you. Nana, we love you. We love you, all these leaders and all that. We love you guys, but you guys are too wicked. You don't even care about your people for just a minute. You don't care. All you guys care about is money. 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 When it is about money, hey, everyone is your friend. Right now, if I make a fortune of about $50 billion, and I want to even speak on phone with the president of Ghana, I will be granted that opportunity. Yes, I will be granted with that opportunity. Why? Because of the money, the 50 billion. Because they went to IMF for some money, and IMF gave them $3 billion. So if I have $50 billion and I want to speak to the president and give them $5 billion, I wouldn't be surprised that they will even give me a self-contained building or house at the Flagstaff house to come and even live there with them. Bunch of opportunists. Phobia. They don't care about you and I. They don't care about you. No one really cares about you in this world. No one cares about you. So whatever that you've made up your minds, whatever that you made up your mind to do and do it well. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to like and share. Share to the world. The leaders of this world don't care, especially from Africa. Leaders from Africa are very wicked. They don't care about your future. Leaders from Africa are very wicked. They don't care about your future. Leaders from Africa are very wicked. They are selfish. They are very selfish. Leaders from Africa, they are very selfish. And the number one leader who is so selfish leading these selfish leaders is the president of the Republic of Ghana, President Nana Akufo-Addo. He's so selfish than any leader that I've ever come across. I can tell you for a fact, I know what I'm talking about. Nana Akufo-Addo is very, very, very selfish. He cares less about his people. Very arrogant as a president. Very, very arrogant. Who do you think people? Who do you think you are? You people. Who do you? I mean, I don't really. Mentasi, it doesn't really make sense to me. I don't really get it. I don't know more hard, Janessa. Me come asem go see that be. The biani e bomb ding Akufo-Addo. You. Why? Tu Nana Akufo-Addo man nyina nyame a omadoma enyo makoyi mo mo no. Wo de wonwene ye ho. I don't know more denser. And you go to church, you think God really cares about you people. People like myself, we are close to God because we think about people. Because we worship God. Because we think about people and we do good to people. People like myself, I'm being factual to you. People like myself, God don't play with us. He doesn't play with us because we are very, very, very committed to Him. Worshiping God is not about you going to church. It's about how relevant your fellow human beings are to you. That is how God sees you worshiping Him. Me, I love everyone that I meet, but I'm very careful with the people that I meet as well. I trust everyone that I meet, but I don't trust anybody too as well. That is me. I believe we all deserve a good life. We all deserve a good life. We all deserve better life. Of course, it all can be same. But at least it shouldn't be worse for some people as well. No. It shouldn't be worse for some people as well. We all need to benefit. because we all deserve to benefit. Why are you people so wicked? Wasting our money each and every time. And you go to these IMF people, they will give the money to you. You go to Europe, these people will give the money to you. You visit the American people, they will give the money to you, because they are always ready to help you. And you are also always ready to spend the money without making any good use of the money. God will punish you all, people. God will punish you all. God will punish all of you. African leaders, the most wicked leaders ever to live on this earth. African leaders, the most wicked to live on this earth. If you are looking for the most wicked president, the most selfish president, is the president of Ghana. Very, very selfish. He doesn't care about his people. He doesn't care about his people. I don't know if it is because of his age or whatever. I don't know. Because I am told some years ago he wasn't like that. He wasn't like that. He was all about his people. But now things has changed totally, and people are even surprised. How can he deceive us to this level? Myself, I'm being deceived by this president because I voted for him. I had all the belief in him that he will be a good president for us. But we never knew he was a scam. He was a scam. How can you do this to your people, man? Why? Fire talent to go crew man on, you'll be surprised. Gift, God's gift, you'll be surprised. How brilliant Ghanaians are, you'll be surprised. When it comes to business, you'll be surprised. But we are just wasting lives. We are just wasting lives. As I am here right now, if there is something happening to me and I need an emergency attendance right now, I don't even know which number to call. Even if I get a number to call, no one is even ready to respond to my call. So people are dying each and every day and night. People are just dying. We are on radio. There are times that we tell our listeners to call in and tell us their problems. If we tell you, if you get a chance to listen to some of the problems people are going through, there is nothing the state, the country, the government, there's no interest in helping the people. The government is not showing any interest. And when we talk about that, they come and then they say their nasty and foolish words to you, the people of Ghana, making you regret being a Ghanaian. God will punish all of you people. I am not going to curse your generation. I'll curse you people, because when I'm combating all this, your generation has done nothing. You people will suffer because your people believed in you and you've let them down. You've let us down. I'll tell you, don't depend on any government. Don't depend on any religious leader. Don't depend on any traditional leader. They all don't care. They are all the same. Just as I started saying. They are all the same. Don't trust anyone. Do your things on your own. If it is not working for you, believe in it. It's a process. Do it slowly, bit by bit. It will get to a point where you'll be surprised that you have been able to make it in this life. They don't care. There's galamsey going on here and there. These politicians are into the galamsey, but they themselves too are telling the people that they are fighting the galamsey. Wow! They themselves are causing harm to the people. They are destroying our lands. They are destroying our land, destroying our forest. And these same people are telling us that they are going to protect our lands for us. How can you believe this fallacy? My name is W1cked. Thanks for watching me. If I said something that you weren't pleased about, or you weren't pleased with, I'm not really good at English, you weren't pleased with, just bear with me, because I'm speaking out of pain. It really hurts. It really hurts. Ghana is one of the most peaceful countries in the world. Ghana, the most peaceful country in the world. People here in Ghana, they are so lovely to be with. And now everyone is a scammer, because Life here in Ghana, if you don't scam, you can't survive. Most of our youths are into scamming right now. Why? It really hurts me. Defrauding people. It really hurts me. It shouldn't be so. We should be working with our hands, working with our brains to make money. We shouldn't scam people. That is what some people are doing right now. The president, no, the politicians themselves, they are scamming people and they are scamming with the Ghanaians. Why? How can we make it? Thanks for watching. I really appreciate your time and everything. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon, like, share, comment, say something. I just want to hear from you as well. And always just come live onto this YouTube channel and support me. Let's keep telling the people the truth. People should know the truth. Thanks for watching me.